may surprise you, but we are still in the season of Easter. Now, we probably think of Easter as that long weekend, from Good Friday to, well, if we're lucky and if we get it off, Easter Monday. But in the church year, this celebratory season stretches all the way to Pentecost. And the fourth season of Easter is always Shepherd's Sunday, where the lectionary readings draw our attention to our understanding of Jesus as our Good Shepherd. And every year on this Sunday, we read Psalm 23. And every year on this Sunday, our gospel reading comes from John chapter 10. But near the beginning of chapter 10, Jesus uses another metaphor to explain to us who he is. It is the metaphor of Jesus as the gate, or the doorway. Now this I am saying doesn't get a lot of attention. It's not a warm, fuzzy image like the image of the Good Shepherd. In fact, it's downright awkward. A solid object like a person can't be a doorway. Yet, John uses this I am saying together with 7 other I am sayings to teach us who Jesus is and why he came. So it's worth exploring. Now, it's in John's Gospel that we read, I am the bread of life. I am the living bread. I am the light of the world. I am the gate for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the true vine. He also says, I tell you the truth. Before Abraham was, I am. I am is the name of God, as the first hearers of John's Gospel would have known very well. For when Moses was out in the wilds of Midian tending his sheep and approached the burning bush, God spoke to him, and he gave him his marching orders. And when Moses asked God who he was to say sent him, God answered, I am who I am. That is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent you. So in these sayings, I am, John is getting across to us loud and clear that Jesus is indeed the embodiment of God. But exactly what does he mean when Jesus says, I am the door? Well, unless you're an architect or a builder, you probably haven't thought too much about doors. Doors are utilitarian. They are a way into or out of a building. We sometimes might notice a door if it's really ornate, or if it's big, or if it's heavy and we have to get through it. But generally speaking, we really don't notice them. We open them up and we go in. Yet, in a sense, doors are the most important part of a building. For if a door is difficult to find or hard to get into, we really might think it's just not worth the effort of going through it. Now, this was the case at Knox Church in Tara. Knox Church in Tara and St. Andrews in Allenford were the 2 points of my first charge. And the church in Tara is right on the main street. And the narthex of the church juts out of it from the building. And it's the first thing that people see when they go into town. And for years, what people saw when they looked at the church front on was a brick wall with 2 stained glass picture windows right in the front. But the doorway was tucked around the side, and it was a little door that you had to kind of search around to find, and then to get into it, there was a couple of little steps that often people tripped over. Unless you knew the building, it was rather daunting to get into it. Now, one of the elders thought about this entranceway and decided that it needed to be changed, mainly to make the building accessible for people with wheelchairs and walkers. So he came up with a plan, and with the help of the board of managers, he put it into place. That front wall that faced onto the street was taken apart, was ripped open. A new ramp and a new set of stairs was put in. Two new beautiful plexiglass doors were put in. And the little door to the side, well, that was just covered over. right up. It became visually open and accessible because of that front door. It not only let people see obviously where the door was, but it let people see into the church. And that door tied the church more closely to the community and to the neighborhood.